Welcome to the Deep Dive. This is where we help you get up to speed fast, taking sources you send us and pulling out the key takeaways.
Yep, making sense of it all. And today we're looking at ZAR. We got some info from their website and a news piece about their recent funding round.
Exactly. So our goal here is to really analyze ZR, evaluate it objectively, think about the market, the trends. We've got some interesting stuff to get into.
Definitely. So ZAR, the basic idea is a global account for digital dollars, right? Built using stablecoins. And they're really aiming it at people in countries where the local currency is, well, unstable, giving them a way to save, maybe spend in US dollars.
And they've clearly got some momentum. That news article mentioned a $7 million funding round. Pretty big names involved, too, like Dragonfly Capital, Andreessen Horowitz.
Vanek Ventures, too. That was April 2025. So, yeah, that definitely signals some serious backing.
Okay, so let's dig into the problems ZAR is actually trying to solve here.
Well, the scale is pretty massive. Their website mentions over 1 billion people live in places with unstable money, maybe unreliable banks, just general economic uncertainty.
Wow, 1 billion people. That's huge.
It really is. Think about trying to save money or even just buy groceries when your currency's value is bouncing around all the time.
Yeah, it makes planning impossible. So ZR steps in, offering these digital accounts pegged to the US dollar using stablecoins. They mention USDC and USDT specifically.
Right, and they stress that these are, supposedly 100% backed by actual US dollars and treasuries. That stability is the core appeal.
So for you listening, this immediately flags, okay, there's a potential massive market need here. ZR could genuinely make a difference if they pull it off.
Exactly. And it ties into that broader trend, doesn't it? People looking for alternatives when the traditional financial system isn't really working for them in certain regions. ZAR is tapping right into that.
Okay, so from a practical standpoint, how does it actually work for someone using it? Let's get into the mechanics. Their site has that section, turn your cash into dollars, instantly.
Yeah, and the key thing here, I think, is how they're connecting cash and digital. Because in a lot of these markets, cash is still dominant, right?
Absolutely.
So ZR lets you swap your local cash for digital dollars, and the other way around, too. They do this through a network of people they call ZR agents.
Okay, so it's like a bridge.
Exactly. A hybrid model. It seems pretty simple, actually. The website lays out like 4 steps.
Find an agent nearby, scan their QR code.
Hand over your cash.
And bam, digital dollars appear in your ZR wallet. Let's say instantly. That simplicity has got to be crucial, especially if people aren't super tech savvy.
Totally. It needs to be dead simple. And then there's the wallet app itself. Available in, over 110 countries, according to the site and Play Store listing?
Yeah, quite a reach already. So the app lets you hold and spend these digital dollars.
And spend them how?
Well, they have a ZAR card, too. Virtual and physical. Use it anywhere Visa's accepted.
Okay, that's useful.
And it links up with Apple Pay, Google Pay. Big plus there is avoiding foreign transaction fees, which can really add up.
Right, and you can also pull out local cash from ATMs worldwide using the card, so it really covers both digital spending and getting cash when you need it.
That flexibility seems key, moving between cash and digital easily. Now, this agent network, it feels pretty central to how they plan to grow. Analytically, how are they actually building it?
Yeah, good question. It's about scale, right? How do you get boots on the ground everywhere? They seem to have a couple of angles. One is this ZAR ambassador idea.
The referral program.
Basically, yeah. You get rewards, digital dollars for bringing new agents into the network.
Right, you need the wallet, invite 5 friends, do 5 transfers with different people, and you get like a special metal card. And merch.
Seems so. A golden metal card, limited edition merch. It's about, using the community to expand.
Clever. And then people can also just sign up directly to be an agent.
Yes, individuals or businesses. The incentive there is earning money by setting their own exchange rates when they buy or sell the digital dollars. ZAR gives them a free QR stand to get started.
Okay, and the news article mentioned the founder, Brandon Tominski.
Yeah.
His background seems relevant here. Thinking about tapping into that existing network of mobile money agents.
Exactly. There are apparently, 28 million mobile money agents globally? Leveraging even a fraction of that existing infrastructure could be huge for scaling quickly, instead of building it all from scratch.
Yeah, that's a smart potential shortcut. These agents could become like local hubs for this stuff.
Potentially, yeah. More than just cash exchange.
Okay, but with money changing hands, especially cash, security, and trust, they have to be absolutely critical. How's ZAR handling that?
They talk about a few things. First, they say they screen and verify the agents.
Okay, some vetting process.
Right. And then once an agent is active, their profile shows their transaction history, user ratings, that kind of thing. So you, as a user, can see who you're dealing with.
That transparency helps. The rating system especially lets the community sort of police itself.
Plus, they say they monitor agent activity continuously. And there's a fee.
Ah, yes, the 1% platform fee.
On both buying and selling through agents. They say that covers running the platform, security, customer support, expanding the network.
Makes sense. You need revenue to keep it going. Is that fee structure clear upfront?
They stated on the site, yeah. Transparency there is important for trust, too.
And on the tech side, what are the security measures?
They mentioned bank-grade security mixed with blockchain tech, specifically Solana.
Solana, okay.
Ah.
Known for speed and low fees, which should be good for small, frequent transactions.
Potentially. And they reiterate that the stablecoins USDC and USDT are backed by dollars and treasuries, plus things like biometric login, fingerprint, Face ID for the app.
So, multiple layers, it seems. Traditional security, blockchain benefits, stablecoin backing, biometrics.
Yeah, trying to cover the bases to build that user confidence.
Okay, so we've looked at the problem, the solution, the agent network, security.
Yeah.
And what about actual market traction? How's it being received?
Well, the news article has some interesting numbers. Nearly 100,000 people on the wait list.
Wow.
And around 7,000 vendors across 20 countries wanting to be agents.
Right.
Places like Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nigeria, Argentina. Fits their target profile exactly.
It definitely suggests they've hit a nerve. There's real interest in those places.
Yeah, and it makes sense they're not focusing on the U.S. initially, right? The dollar's stable here, payment systems are pretty robust. The need isn't the same.
Smart strategy. Go where the pain point is most acute.
But we should also look at, real user feedback, the Google Play Store reviews.
Right. And it's a bit of a mixed picture there, which isn't unusual. One review mentioned being stuck on the wait list for ages, kind of questioning what's going on. That could be an onboarding issue. Yeah, long waits can kill enthusiasm fast. Anything else?
Another user liked the concept, thought it was fantastic, but raised concerns about government regulations down the line, which is always a big one for fintech, especially cross-border.
Definitely. Navigating dozens of different regulatory environments is a huge challenge.
For sure. But, context is important. Despite those points, the app has a 4.2-star rating overall.
Out of nearly 500 reviews.
Yeah, and over 50,000 downloads listed. So while there are some specific complaints, the general feeling seems, mostly positive.
Okay, so cautious optimism maybe, significant interest, but some operational and regulatory hurdles to watch.
I think that's fair.
So looking ahead, where does ZAR fit in the bigger picture? What are the trends?
Well, it's riding that wave of stablecoin adoption, isn't it? We see them being used more and more for cross-border payments, for preserving value, especially where local economies are shaky. The article touches on this too.
And ZAR's angle is interesting, bridging cash and Web3 using these physical agents. That tagline, turn your cash into dollars instantly, it really nails that.
It does. It's potentially lowering the barrier for people who aren't crypto natives, who aren't comfortable with purely online exchanges, creating that physical on-ramp and off-ramp.
Yeah, that could be really powerful for financial inclusion, giving people access to a stable currency they might not otherwise have.
The potential impact is significant, definitely.
Okay, so let's wrap this up. Our deep dive into ZAR shows a project aiming to be a global digital dollar account using stablecoins, focusing hard on emerging markets with currency instability.
Key elements are the mobile app, the payment cards, and critically, that physical agent network for cash-to-digital swaps.
They've got solid funding, significant early interest shown by that wait list, but also face real challenges like user onboarding friction and navigating complex regulations.
Yeah, the initial reception seems generally positive, but it's still early days.
Right. So the final thought for you, our listener, to chew on is this. Considering ZAR's approach, that mix of digital wallet and physical agents, what do you think are the biggest opportunities for them to really hit mass adoption? And flip side, what are the biggest hurdles they face in becoming that true global account for digital dollars, especially thinking about regulations and building trust market by market?
It's a fascinating space to watch, how projects like ZAR navigate this evolving world of digital finance.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. We'll catch you on the next one.